Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to CraftStash Live. How are you all? Happy Friday. I know it's Friday the 13th, but you know what? Let's skip over that. Let's ignore that. I've always found that Friday the 13th, I've kind of dreaded a little bit. I kind of had it in the back of my mind, oh, bad things might happen. And it's actually turned out to be a really good day. And that's absolutely the case for today, because we've got a brand new launch from Card Making Magic, which we've not seen for a few weeks. Well before Christmas, we last saw Card Making Magic. I think Elegance, oh bless her. I don't know whether she's sneezing or coughing, but Christina's in the background. Never mind, hopefully you didn't hear that, because hopefully I heard that, but it's funny. But I think Elegant Nestables might have been the last collection we saw from Christina. Now, as always, welcome. First of all, we have offers for you. We have deals that you just can't beat for a launch. We've got prizes, so we've got giveaways. Someone watching today live now is going to win a prize, so we're sharing the value of over £75, but then we're also going to give you the option to win later too. So if you are watching this on catch up, not at lunchtime on Friday, this is our time, Greenwich Mean Time, then you will still have a chance of entering and winning in a week's time. So we're splitting the prize. It just makes it fair for everyone. We've got lots to talk about as well. If you've seen CraftStash, you've been looking at the promotional items, you'll have seen we've been talking a lot about joining the VIP waiting list. So I'm going to go through all the details of that, as many details as I'm allowed to go through. I don't have all the details yet. A lot of it's being kept under wraps and secret because it's huge. It's going to be so much fun. And this is really ideally for you, the audience who love CraftStash, who join us every week, who shop regularly. This is going to be ideal for you. So more details on that coming up in a little while. But I think the first thing we need to do is just pop and say hello to Christina. If she's okay, she doesn't look like she's coughing or sneezing now, so I'm going to pop over and say a quick hello to her. Hi, love. How are you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep that one back.
Was it a sneeze or a cough?
It just exploded.
Oh, bless you. Anyway, are you well otherwise?
Otherwise, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. You're looking very well. We've got lovely, all occasions. I didn't even mention the collection name, all occasions today. What can you tell us about this collection before I show everybody what we've got?
Well, it's got some more nesting dies in it, which will help to extend the collections that you've got. You've got
Wonderful.
Some banner dies, which will help you to create banners and labels for your cards, to put your words in. And the words, there are two huge sets of the words.
Wow. Now I've seen them on boards.
There's a lot there. Lots of words. There's the different words.
Wow.
And you can string all different kinds of sentences together and pop them in your banners and your labels and add them to your cards.
Fabulous. We'll come and look at all of those in more detail in a moment. Back with you just shortly. Thanks, Christina. So Christina's watching with us as well. I just need to say hello to a few people. Pooja, it's your birthday today. Is it today? Happy birthday to you. I know you watch every week, so dedicated CraftStash lover there. Hello, let's go back to the beginning. Right, first in was Roseanne. This is on, where am I? I think I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Hello to Roseanne, Fairy Crafter. I have to say your handles, I'm sorry. Catherine's on there as well. She's starting conversations straight away with everybody. Yeah, Pooja, congratulations on your birthday. She's getting treating to a Card Making Magic Live. Absolutely, with giveaways and offers. I'll run through the offers in a moment. Lots of you, Amanda Marlowe, Lisa T, Tina Irvine, Karen Reeves, loads of you. Hello to all of you. I will pop over to Facebook and let that load as well. It takes a few minutes on Facebook for the comments to load for me. But let's take a look. Now we are looking at all occasions. This is, as Christina's just said, a collection that is really going to work with everything else she's pretty much ever bought out. Because you've got your squares, your rectangles and your circles as your basic shapes. Then you've got your labels and banners, and then you've got your words as well. So all of these are going to work perfectly together. Now I want to show you one part of the collection, and then Christina's going to show you another part. And there's lots and lots of different configurations of bundles that you can purchase. And as you can see here, if you are purchasing the big bundle, so all the items, I believe it's 6 items, you're going to save £25 off the individual prices. There's also bundles where if you purchase them, so there's a bundle of 4, you purchase those, you're going to save £10, for example. So it's always worth maybe popping a few more in your basket. As always, we've still got the free P&P in the UK if you go over £30, and we've also got the option to use ClearPay if you'd like to spread the cost. So come on down to my desk and have a look. Let's see, I'm not actually clicking you. There we go. Thought I had, but I wasn't. So these are the 3 nesting dies. Now you may be thinking, hang on a minute, we saw nesting dies last week. These are different in that Christina has chosen to alternate the straight lines, or the basic lines, the cutting lines, with stitched detail. Now the cards that Christina has made have been absolutely beautiful. She's got a couple to show you. We've got videos to show you too, so you'll be able to get really inspired with how to use these. But I wanted to show you not just the packets, because you can see the packets. It's the darker elements are going to be your straight edge. The slightly smaller one for each die on top is your stitched edge, and the stitched edge goes all the way through. It's not just a little bit of a score line on there. So I want to show you the packets so you can really gauge how big these dies are, so you can see that, because the packets, we say, you know, they never really show the true size. It's impossible to show the true size, isn't it? But look at this, you're going from really large down to really small there. So we've got squares, we've got rectangles, and we've got circles. Now I'm going to let Christina run through the other 3 sets that we've got, because she's got them on boards and such, and she can describe them a lot better. I get the easy ones, but definitely essentials. So Christina, I'm going to come to you.
Okay, go.
And ask you to talk us through the words. So there's word die set 1 and 2. And then also the banners and labels.
Sorry, I've just dropped a die off my feet.
Oh, well, you've got loads more.
So there's my 2 packets. You can
Beautiful.
see the different words that are in it.
Yes, so many.
All different kinds of sentiments in there, from bon voyage to happy Halloween to good times, moving. There's all sorts. Now, I like to keep all mine on a magnetic sheet.
Look at the size of them. I mean,
they are quite big dies. And once you've cut them, of course, they are quite big.
They're actually what I'd consider they're the perfect size for sentiments for cards.
Yes, they're not little piddling ones.
No.
But they don't take over the whole card. So as I said, you can make any amount of different sentiments up with them. Just cut them all out and play with the words when you get them.
Absolutely.
And then we've got the banners and labels. Now these come in different sizes. So you've got a plain edge there. Mm-hmm. You've got the stitched edge there. Yeah, and you've got a slightly different stitched edge there. So they will all layer together, or they will create frames for you. You can add your words to them and use them any way around.
Wonderful.
And you've got different shapes to go with them as well as the long banner that you can add to the front of your card. So there they are. They're all different.
Do you know what? They're a really good size as well, aren't they?
They are. Some have got 3 in the sets. There we are. And others have just got the 2.
Wonderful. Perfect. So they all work together. Everything works together. It's all very much your essentials for crafting, for card making, isn't it?
Well, they are. I mean, if you like to add sentiments to your cards, it's nice to put them on a banner and dress them on the front of your card. So then they will fit on top of any of your nesting dies. Mm-hmm. And of course, all these will fit with your pattern dies.
Wonderful. Perfect. Now you have supplied us very kindly with a couple of videos. Is that a cough or a sneeze? Come on.
It's a cough.
It's a cough. Oh, bless you. Yeah. I hope you're not too poorly anyway.
I'm fine.
Good. I've lost where I was. We have got giveaways. We've got a couple of videos from you as well. I'm going to run through our giveaway question, and then we're going to go straight to one of your videos. So what we'll do is we'll pop back and have a chat with you between the demo videos, if that's okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So yes, we do have some videos from Christina. It's wonderful because Christina does her videos in advance, and then if we get any issues with the connection to Christina, you can still carry on being inspired and watching the beautiful projects she made, and they are stunning. So I need to set a competition question, a giveaway question. Now, what I want to do first of all, I'm getting excited, I'm bouncing my chair. I want to just talk to you very briefly about something you've seen probably popping up on the CraftStash social sites over the past week. We actually launched this on Monday, and it's the VIP waiting list. Now, you've probably gathered by now, we are looking at launching, we are going to launch the CraftStash VIP membership. Now, we can't give you any details yet. It's all a little bit hush-hush as to how much this is going to cost, what's going to be included. But honestly, you'll be blown away when you find out these details. But what we're asking of you is that you just go ahead to, let me just pop up this email address for you. Sorry, this not email address, website address for you here. So we've got the normal address, craftstash.co.uk. But at the end, if you pop in join VIP, it's going to take you a page and ask you simply to join a waiting list. Now, all this waiting list is doing is allowing you to be emailed as soon as these details come out. Okay, so as soon as we release the details about what that VIP membership will hold, you will get an email. That's all we're asking for you. So we don't ask for any details except your email address at this stage, and this is where you go to sign up for it. Now, if you go along to there, a little birdie told me today that next week there's going to be a bit of a competition for everybody on the waiting list, and I know that's a lot of you watching now. So many of you have said already that you are on the waiting list. You're ready. You're really excited to hear what we're going to have for you. Everyone on the waiting list is going to be entered in for a big prize next week. Now, I've probably said too much. I didn't actually have authority to blurt that out, but I've said it now. Get on the waiting list. Honestly, one of you is going to win. It could be any of you on there. So do that after the live. Do that. We'll keep this. It's on all of our social media. Really easy to find here. Now, I also wanted to say something else to you about this. I'm going to link this with our giveaway question. So what I'd like to know from you is, if you were to join a CraftStash membership, what benefits would you like to see? So there's a question for you. And if you answer that question in the comments on Facebook or on YouTube, I'll pick someone at random towards the end of, I was going to say Sheena, sorry, Christina. I was with Sheena the other week. With Christina. Oh dear, I think it's time I went back to bed. At the end of Christina's last video, I will choose someone who has answered that question. So the question is, if you were to join a CraftStash VIP membership, what benefit would you like to see on there? Pop your answer in more than one if you want to in the comments, and I'll choose a winner to win a share of these products. How does that sound? Okay, so let's go ahead and watch one of Christina's wonderful demo videos. I will have a look through some of the comments as well, and we'll come back to you after this, so enjoy.
Hi everybody, it's Christina, and in today's video I'm going to be using the alternate stitch nestables. Now these are core shapes that will help to build out all the other die sets that you have, and in this one we have square, circle and the 5x7. There are also some labels that have the same alternate stitch detail on them, and we've also got two sets of words, and these will help you to build up sentences for just about anything that you need. So for today's card I'm going to use the square and the circles, and these are the amount of dies that you get in each set, and yours will not come on a magnetic sheet. I store these on these sheets myself just to keep them safe inside the packs. So for the base card I've taken the largest square one and I have cut one piece in white, and I've taken the largest circle one and cut another piece in white. So with the square piece, all I'm going to do is fold this in half, and we'll just press that nice and neatly down there so that we have a good crease line on it. So once I have this folded in half, I'm going to take the stitch card and some patterned paper,
and I'm going to cut this piece out with the stitched edge around it. So once I have the stitch detail in the edges of this, I've done it in two separate pieces because I don't want bulk at the top where the card folds. So by doing it like this, it just enables a nice neat fold in that card so that it will stand like so. So once I've done that, I've taken the stitch detail from the circles die, and I've cut another one in the same pattern, and that's going to sit on there. So I've stuck one piece in place, but before I add the other piece to the front, I'm going to wrap this with some ribbon. And if I glue it on the back and then add it to the card, it will be a nice neat finish to that design. So once you've done that, you're going to glue this to the top of the white one, and then you're going to slide it underneath the ribbon and glue it to the front of the card. Make sure you leave just a nice equal border around all the edges, and then that will slide under there and glue in place. And once you've done that, you can add a little spot of glue to that ribbon just to keep that in place. You can also add a bow in there if you wish. So we'll just make a little bow with this ribbon, and we'll glue this in place. We'll just trim that off, and we'll add that in there along the bottom. So once you've got to this stage, take the banners, and you can use any that you want, and I'm taking these three. I'm going to cut that in white, that in pink, and this one also in white. Now from the pink card that's left, I've taken birthday wishes, and I'm going to cut those out as well. And then once I've done that, I shall ink the edges of the word with the pink. Now I'm going to add this with some foam to the back, and that will just raise that up a little bit from the card. And then once we've done that, we need the addition of some flowers, because no card for me is complete without at least one flower. So we'll add that in there, make sure that's straight, and then we'll go back to the circle dies. So what we're going to do is take this stitched one and the very smallest one, and this one, and we're going to cut some circles with those. So we want one of these, and as many layers of this as you need, and I'm going to do 3. So with this small one, I've cut 2. I've cut one and coloured it pink, and the other one and coloured it yellow. So those are the 2 pieces there, and I'll show you what I want those for after. Now these are going to be my flower, and these will all be done, no matter how many layers you do, they will all be done the same way. We'll come back to that one last. So the first thing we're going to do is fold this in half. Then we're going to open it out and fold it in half the other way. Now once you've done that, you're going to take some scissors, and you're only going to cut part of the way down this fold. So we're just going to cut down there, and we'll do that on all 4 of them. Now these sections need dividing again, so I'm going to cut it into thirds. So there's 1, 2, there's my 3 sections, and I'm going to do that all the way around this circle. I'm not cutting all the way to the centre, I'm only going part way in. Okay, so there's all my different sections. Now once I've done that, take your scissors and you're going to start in the centre of the petal and curve it around. And you're going to do that on all of them. Now once you've got that, turn it over and go the other way, curving the petal the other way around. Okay, so there's your first petal to your flower. Move those out of the way. Now what we need to do now is take that ink and we're just going to colour the edges of those petals. So I'm just using the ink that's actually on my little brush. I'm not adding any more. And then once we've done that, we can take our mat, flip it over. So with my ball tool, I'm just going to stroke down each of these petals, just to curl them in. And then once I've done that, I can flip it over and press it into the centre. Now once I've done that with two other petals, I will have these shapes. So with this piece now that's left, we're going to do the same. Fold it in half again, and then we're going to use the little quarters as a guideline. So we're going to snip down part of the way, but this time we're going to put in lots of different cuts down to that centerpiece. Now I inked mine pink, and I forgot to do it with this one, but you're better off doing it before you actually do the cuts. And this would also look pretty done in black. So let's see if we can just ink over it with the, yes we can. Okay, so once we've done that, we can add that to the mat, and we can run our ball tool around that, and then we can flip it over and just press it into the centre. So once I've got these, they all want gluing together. Now you can make as many of these flowers as you want, and you can add as many of layers as you wish to your flower. So we'll just glue these in place. Add the centerpiece. And then pop this on top. Now I'm going to add a yellow one to the top of mine, but you could add a pink one in if you wished. And the pink one I'm going to add to the top of that bow. Now to create the leaves, when you don't have dies for your leaves and your flowers, just take some spare white card, and all you're going to do is just draw a leaf shape on your card. Cut around that, and then I'm going to ink it in green. So I've just put some paler green onto the leaves themselves, and I'm going to use a dark green just to add some shade at the bottom. There we are, and for these, all I've done with those is just cut out the shape, freehand, and then coloured it in. And that's all I've done with those. And that's if you don't have dies to create your flowers. You need never be lost, because you can always create your own if you have circle dies. So now once we've got that, and as I say, you can add as many flowers into yours as you wish. I'm going to add these now to my card to create a really pretty display. There we go, that'll do fine. I think that one might be a little bit too much. So I'm going to glue those in place and then I'll come back to you. And now just to finish the card off, I'm going to add some sequins in. And I've also added some accent glaze to the centre of the flower. And I've put some glue around the leaves and the petals, and I've just sprinkled that with some glitter. So there's my card now, finished. Just leave it on one side and allow it to dry. So there's my finished card that will stand by itself. And I've used items from the alternate stitched nestables. So I've used the squares and the circles. I've used one of the banner sets and some words from the All Occasions sets 1 and 2. All my dies are available at CraftStash, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you have, please join me on the next one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Do you know what blows me away is how Christina can take a set of dies that you think, okay, they're your essentials, you're surely going to need embellishments and things with that, and just makes the embellishments as well. So you really don't. If you're a beginner and you're thinking, right, what can I get the most out of at the moment? You know, we're all on a budget, so maybe you only want to purchase a couple of items and stretch it as much as possible. That is the perfect video for doing that, isn't it? So we are launching today Christina's brand new collection, All Occasions. Now, this really is for all occasions. It's kind of just kick off the new year, your basics, your get you started, your building up your stash collection. Now it has nesting dies in square, rectangle and circle. You can't get any more usable than those 3 shapes. The nesting dies, I mean, they are big nesting dies all the way down to really tiny. I've got them in a packet here, so, you know. You can sort of see the designs. You've got both stitched and you've got straight in here. The same with the rectangles, the same with the circles. So it goes down to really small. So you're really going to get the most use out of them. But then you've also got those sentiments. I mean, the sentiments are huge. There's 71 in one pack and there's 60 something in another pack. And they are covering every single occasion, every word you could possibly ever want to put on a card, including your ordinals, including your numbers, including things like, so when you have your anniversaries and you've got golden, diamond, ruby, all everything, honestly. I know that they sat in the office. I heard this from our very own Ruth, who sits and she talks with Christina about the collections and about what Christina wants from the collection, and Ruth helps see it through to development and to production. And Ruth actually said we all sat there and basically they made a list of every word they could possibly ever want to put on a card, and they all put those lists together to give you, I mean, if you can think of any others, then I'd be very surprised. Anyway, so there's those die sets. They are available as well, and they are low in stock already. When I checked this morning before we came, they have been flying out of the door, so be quick with those. And then lastly, you've also got your labels and your banners as well. So again, nesting shapes with the stitched and with the straight edge, but perfect banners to use. I mean, you could even make lovely little cute gift cards and things, shaped gift cards with those, or you can use them as layers on your card for your words, for your embellishments and such. we have got another demonstration video from Christina to come. Let's go back to Christina. Actually, hang on. I'm going to give her a second because I can see she just got up from her chair, and I'm not going to be that mean. She just put a thumb up at me. She literally, I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Christina run, but she literally just ran across her craft room to get back in her seat. I'm mean, aren't I? I shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, you've got the lovely cards there that you've made in these videos, Christina.
I have, but can I just answer 2 questions? Right. Somebody asked where I got the pink card from and where I got the pink ribbon from on this card. And I got them both from the craft show that I went to a few weeks ago with Pauline.
Oh, with Pauline Hickey.
Yes.
Lovely, Pauline.
We each bought different packs, and there was 10 cards in each pack. So what we did was we split them into 5 and 5.
Ah, lovely.
So we each had different patterns, different colours. Another thing I wanted to mention was the word dies that are in this set.
Yes.
Also go well with the word dies in that set. And that set is, let me just find it. I can't get for the wall.
No, you're fine. We can kind of see it. If you go online, everyone.
And this has got things in it like gran, granny, nanny, mum, mummy, and they all go together. So if you've got those as well, then you've got every occasion you can possibly think of.
I was going to say to you, so these are, the word dies are available on their own and in bundles. All at brilliant prices. But I was going to say, if somebody can maybe only budget this month or this week for one of the die sets of words, how would you choose between the two? Is there a specific theme with either of them? I've put you on the spot.
You have put me on the spot. I mean, this one covers everyday things like your exams, your driving tests, moving to a new home.
Yes.
Bon voyage, you are fabulous, things like that. This one covers weddings, baptisms, bridals, and all the different anniversaries there.
So there is a little bit of a theme running through, particularly that one. So weddings, anniversaries, communion, baptism.
Kind of a love theme.
Yes. Yeah, lovely. Perfect. That helps a little bit if someone's actually choosing between the two, maybe. Yes. Brilliant. I tell you what, we'll come back and we'll have a look at that second card after watching the video, if that's okay.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So I'll just do a quick recap because we do have a giveaway today. We are giving away over £75 worth of the new product, and that's going to be split between one of you watching live and one of you who can enter, well, you can all enter, but who will be chosen in about a week's time. Now, I didn't mention how you enter to be chosen if you're not watching live or if you want your second chance, and that is going to be on our Facebook page and on Instagram. There is a post there, you'll see it very easily. It'll be pinned at the top today, and that's where you enter to win. Now again, the question is a bit similar. So the question is, have you joined our VIP waiting list? So you just need to comment on those posts to let us know whether or not you've joined. Now there's a different question also regarding the VIP waiting list too today, to win live. So if you want to win live, you're going to watch to the end. Make sure you watch to the end if you do enter, because I announce the name right at the end, and sometimes people don't hear their names and we can't always find you to contact you. So make sure you're watching. But I'd like you to comment simply, what would you like to see if you were a VIP member? What would you like one of the benefits to be? Maybe what would kind of sway it for you? We've had some absolutely amazing comments so far. I've been reading them throughout Christina's video. Sorry, Christina, I was half watching and half reading the comments, but we've had some brilliant ideas, and I have to say, so far we've considered everything on your in your suggestions so far. Now I can't tell you how many of those might be included, but it's going to be amazing. And like I say, if you shop regularly, it's absolutely, it's one of those things where you just have to join. But if you want to be on the waiting list, here you go. I'm just gonna flash up the address again for you, so you can go along to the website www.craftstash.co.uk/join VIP. Just pop your email address in. That's all. We won't spam you or anything. All you'll get is an email. You will get an email with an offer next week. Actually, we're going to be offering everyone on the waiting list a chance to win a huge prize. That's all I'm allowed to say on that. But we are then also going to email you once we are ready for you to sign up for the membership if you wish to, with all the benefits. So it's just making sure you get in there first, because there will also be exclusive offers and an exclusive price for the first people who sign up. That's why you need to be on the waiting list. You need to make sure you are the first to know. Okay, we are here for Christina's launch. I just have to say, unfortunately, the stencil brushes that Christina used in the last video, I did check, they are now sold out. We will get them back in stock as soon as possible. What we do have is the blending brushes, the bigger blending brushes, still in stock, and we've just restocked those, so we've got plenty for you if you're in the market for blending brushes. Okay, let's have a look at this video, another beautiful one from Christina, and I will come back after this.
Hi everybody, it's Christina, and for today's video we're going to create a little shaker card, and for this I'm going to use the alternate stitched nestables in the 5x7 and the square. I've also got an embossing folder, and this is the Perfect Roses one, and for this you're going to need something to put in your shaker. You're going to need some acetate, and I've also got some ribbon. Now my ribbon is a little bit creased, so I'm going to take it off the spool, and I have got some hair straighteners that don't get very hot, but they're hot enough to just iron my ribbon. So I'm just going to run this through the straighteners, and that will give me a lovely straight ribbon then to add to my cards. There we go, quick and easy. So this is going to be my colour scheme. I have some blue card with a lovely pattern on it, some plain blue card and some white. Now from the largest die in the alternate stitched 5x7s, I've cut two pieces and I've hinged them together at the top. And then taking the next one down, which is the stitched one, I've cut the blue panel, but I've also backed this onto some pale blue card, and that will sit on the front of my design. Now before I go any further, I'm going to run both these pieces through my embossing folder, and once I've done that, this is the pattern that I will have in my panel, and that's going to sit on there. So now let's go over to the square dies and we'll start to cut some bases in some frames. Now to cut my bases I need the square dies. So if you start with the smallest one as number 1, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And I'm going to cut those squares out of my patterned card. And then still staying with these dies, I'm going to use the stitched one that's up that corresponds with that. So that will be that one, that will be that one, and this will be this. And from those then I'm going to cut some frames. So I have a stitched edge around the outer edge. So once you have your frames, put them face down, and with some acetate you're just going to cut a piece that will fit along the edges of that frame, and then you can glue that in place along there, and you're going to do that for all three. So I've used red line tape on mine because it's super sticky, and I'm going to take the backings off and add that piece of acetate to the top. There we go. So you need to make sure that that's sealed all the way around. You can trim off any excess as you need to. So those are now my little boxes made, ready for my shakers. So what I need to do now is take some thin dimensional tape, and I'm going to add this around the sides of my box, and I'm going to do the same to all 4 pieces. And you need to make sure there are no gaps in this, because the last thing you want is for your beads to fall out. And I'm sorry about the sound of the rain, but it's absolutely pouring down here. There we go. So we can now add the beads to this once we've got this last piece on. So you make sure that there are no gaps in that. Now if you wanted to, you could double that up, but I'm quite happy with that as it is. So I'm going to put some beads in there. We'll put that down there. We'll add this to the top. Make sure it's sealed all around the edge. And there's our shaker. So you're going to repeat this process now with the other 2. So I have my shaker cards, my little shaker boxes made. I've got my ribbon and I've tied a bow. So now I can play around and find out where I want to put everything on my card. So I can either put them all down like this, or I can put them down in different areas and put them like this. I can... Will you get off my ribbon, please? I can put them down this way. Right, so you can have, so I can put them down this way. I can do anything I want with those now, and just have my little bow at the top. So I've taken the words happy birthday from my set, and I'm just going to add some glue to the back of these, and they're going to sit on top of my shakers. So there we are, a pretty happy birthday shaker card. And now, as always, I want to add in some leaves and some flowers to my card. So I'm just going to have a dry run down this side first of all, and see where I would like to add my flowers. And as you can hear, it's still pouring down here. So this will be where I put in the flowers along here, and this is a dry run, which is always the best thing to do until you're sure that you like where your flowers are. So that's where I'm going to put them. And then to add some sparkle to the petals, I'm just going to add some glue and some glitter. So we'll just dot some glue down the side. Sprinkle this with some glitter, top off the excess and allow it to dry. And once it's dry, I can go over these other little pieces with a dry brush. And guess who's back? So these are the items that I've used to create today's card, which is a little shaker. I've used the square alternate stitched nestables and the 5x7. I've used the Perfect Roses embossing folder, some ribbon and some little pearls. And there's my finished card. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Another stunning card from Christine there, absolutely beautiful. Now, I know someone who got a lot of love in that video, and that was Ella. So Christina, I think you need to introduce us to the pussycat.
I can't. She's not feeling very well today.
Oh.
She's
Oh no, sorry, no. I just meant tell us all about her. Everyone wanted to know who she was.
well, she's called Ella, and she's 8 months old. And yesterday she was spayed, so she can't have babies.
Oh no, that's fine. But
So she's feeling a bit sorry for herself today.
absolutely, but she's beautiful, and it was lovely that she wanted to play while you were crafting, or watch you at least.
She wanted to get the spoon out of my glitter as well.
Oh, don't blame
And when
her.
I took her to the vets the other day, the vet said to me, "Oh, she said your cat's got glitter on her."
Well, unfortunately, I'm sure Ruby goes to the vets with glitter on as well.
Yeah, she does.
Absolutely.
Ruby's down here snoring.
I thought I could hear snoring, and I thought, I don't know if it's in your video or if it's here.
No, it's Ruby.
Oh, bless her. It's not you, at least.
No, not me.
Do you have that card, lovely? The one you've just made in the demo?
Yes, I do. There it is.
Lift it up, beautiful. It's stunning. I love to see a shaker card in real life as such. It's really beautiful. So many people saying they don't think to make shakers as much anymore. Hopefully you've encouraged a few people. Now, do you cut your acetate? I missed this bit. Do you cut your acetate by hand, or do you use dies to cut
I've
it?
cut that by hand because that is a really thick acetate. But some acetate will cut with the dies.
Yes, in fact, I find that if you have a metal shim included with your die cutting machine, it's good to cut against that to cut acetate.
Yes. And that blue card that I've used there is the same pattern as the pink card in the other video.
There we go.
Pauline and I swapped packs with.
Lovely, perfect, thank you. I think you're all done. I'm going to just announce a winner. I'm going to tell people answer a few more questions about the VIP membership. Are you off to have your lunch?
I'm going to go and see to Ella.
Oh, of course, absolutely. Go make sure she's all right. Best wishes to her, and of course to Ruby when she wakes up, and yourself. And hopefully we'll see you again with another launch. I believe, when's your next launch? Do you have one in February?
There is one in February, yeah.
Yes, lovely. Okay, I look forward to that. We'll give more details very soon. Thank you so much for joining us live, Christina, and for the wonderful videos.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, bless her. She's so lovely. She's so lovely and so talented as well. So a few questions on the VIP. So a couple of people have said that they've currently got a Craft World membership. So, you know, they're going to have to balance that. We have considered that, don't worry. So if you do have a Craft World membership, we have considered, well, people might not necessarily want two memberships. So join the waiting list, and as soon as we have all the details for you, then you will get all the details and you can see what that entails. By the way, joining this membership waiting list is not signing up for anything except an email on launch. That's all. You're not agreeing to pay anything. You're not committing to anything, just to make that clear for everybody. And it's simply pop your email address in. That's all we're asking of you. And somebody else asked, if you're overseas, can you still? Yes, absolutely. If you're in America, Australia, wherever you are, go on to the normal CraftStash website, but put in / join VIP at the end. This is the one I'm just going to show you. This is the one for the UK, but of course if you shop on the US site, that will be craftstash.us / join VIP, and you pop your details in exactly the same. Now I do have for you a winner. Let's see. So I just did a quick scroll and random. And the nearest comment on what you would like to see if you were a VIP member is Jackie Drake. Congratulations to you. Where am I? I'm on Facebook here. Jackie Drake, congratulations. You have won a selection of these items. If you'd like to email us at CraftStash Customer Services, so that's customer services at craftstash.co.uk. Double check that on the website. I've now got myself confused. Is it customer service or customer services? I think it's without the S. Do check it on the website before you email us. Let us have your postal address and we will send your new card making magic prize out to you. And Jackie has said she would like a discount on purchased things. Watch this space. I can't say anything, but there's so many benefits to being a VIP member that we have come up with and we are working around, and I cannot wait till it's all announced for you. The membership scheme is up for you to join from the 1st of February. Go on the waiting list now. There's going to be prizes for those of you on the waiting list as well, and special offers and such like that too. So yeah, just get on it really quickly. I think that's everything. We have launched the new collection, the All Occasions collection. As you can see, there's items from as little as $14.99. We've got nesting dies, banners and labels, and those amazing word die sets that you can choose from. I mean, there's so many words in there. You'll probably never need to buy a word die again. Shoot myself in the foot here with my own brand, but these are just your essentials, honestly. You're going to want to use them all the time. And if you are looking at buying the entire collection, which is the 6 items, you can save up £25 on those. Thank you for joining me, everybody. It's been a wonderful hour as always. Thank you again to Christina for joining me. Lovely comments. I'm going to go back and read through all of these now because there's some fabulous ideas for a membership, and we're still tweaking things. We might be able to add some of your ideas in. Who knows? Just make sure you get on that waiting list, and I will see you again next Friday. So next Friday at 12:30. We have Sheena's Craft Along with her Papercraft Society box on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. You can come and join us for a little craft along with her watercolours and such then. But on Friday, I'll be joined again by Sheena, and she launches a brand new collection. So I'll see you then. Giveaways and offers as usual. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody, and take care. Bye.